Hello, Billy Ho here, coming at you live. Welcome to the DFS Picks, Pivots, and Strategy Show for the Genesis Invitational. Shout out to Scotty Scheffler for winning the playoff over Patrick Cantlay in stunning fashion, sort of. It was a good putt, though. They just finally got her done after 3 holes. I mean, pushing into our Super Bowl time there, fellas. Get it done. Also, shout out to Big Daddy Gator, number 12. My man got the Billy Ho done. Had a good week. He got 5 out of 6 on his core. So well done, sir. And well, we got a new day and we got a new week. So let's get it started. And this is the screen. So just take a look there and give us a comment down low. I also want to ask for an extra comment. Give me who you like in the 8K range. I think that range is very interesting this week. So holla holla. All right, and this is just a quick breakdown of the course. We have Riviera Country Club, a 7,300 yard par 71 course. It's basically very similar in numbers, I guess, not in style or desert and all that shit, but numbers, same yardage, similar yardage, same par. The par fives are much easier and shorter, as you'll see this week. Green size is about the same, but we do switch surfaces. We're about going back to POA. And of course, the fairways are Kikuya and the rough is Kikuya. But Kikuya is all right. I mean, don't let people go, oh, you never know what you're going to get. It's a box of chocolates. Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, you could get a fluffy lie or it might fall down into a hole, But I mean, how many unkept roughs have you played golf in that you get the same thing? So anyway, that's what we got there. And the main difference, I think, this week will be distance off the tee. I wanted to give you a little skill set. Last week, it wasn't that big of a deal because there was so much runoff. But with this course, there is a lot of elevation. So I think I'm going to start with strokes gained tee to green as my top one, because that seems to be, the entire encompassing skill set. You got to be good with your long irons because these par fours are long. And of course, distance off the tee always helps anywhere, but especially here, I think. And of course, those par fives are highly gettable, eagles, birdies. So you want to get those par fives. And the around the green and putting is always good. And I'll throw in 3-putt avoidance on that. So you definitely need to have your game on. And these are our horses for courses. So you can take a quick look at that. There's some comp courses I'll show you a little bit later. I might mention them. But they start DJ, I think, is a good horse course. I think he's due for a win. Bubba played well last week. He's won here 3 times. Adam Scott won here 2 years ago. I put Bubba twice. I just noticed that. Well, I should have put him 3 times. He's won it 3 times. But Xander, Cantlay, they're both on their games, recent form wise. And I threw James Hahn in for just, it's James Hahn. I mean, he's missed 95 cuts in a row. You want to roll him out, go for it. All righty then. And this one here is comp courses, like I said before. And I think I kind of mixed in Augusta for the Masters. Bay Hill is the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And Quail Hollow, that's the, I forget, Torrey Pines South. Country Club of Houston. Country Club of Jackson. And Club de Chapultepec keeps coming up in these longer courses as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's where I put them all. And they were just, it's just kind of a long term form, last however many rounds, over 4 years. And that's what I came up with. Rory, number 1. Tony Finau number 2, Dustin number 3, Luke List is up there. You see all those guys. And we'll get into the players here in just a minute. I just wanted you all to take a look at that. And let's see, I think there's another that's comp course. And this is the last I wanted to see. This is my skill set. So I'm going to stop it right there for a minute. And we're going to talk about some golfers. John Rahm starts us off at 10,300. Number 1 with a bullet. Didn't get it done last week, but not for lack of trying. The guy kept plugging away and plugging away. I called it a in between a B- and a C- game. And he still finished up there. So he's moving back to a surface that he's much better, much more comfortable on in POA, and a course that fits his style to a T. And he's due for a win here. So I'll put him right up top. Cantlay, of course, he lost he's 11K. He lost in a playoff last week. But he had one of his best putting weeks. I think it ranked 5th in his entire career. But he also had stellar tee to green game. So he's number 1A. JT, stellar tee to green game, and looks like he's got his groove back with his irons, but he still just cannot get that putter to cooperate. It's very unfortunate because the man would have won by now. But this week could be his week. From the stats I read, POA is a preferred surface. So to me, all the ones I can remember him winning on are Bermuda, but that's just me. Colin Morikawa at 10-4. He's going to be kind of an anomaly this week. I'm not 100% sure where his ownership's going to land, but he'll be just probably in the same range as these other guys, less than DJ, I imagine. But he could blow the lid off this thing this week. The only problem with him is putting. Is he going to struggle putting and maybe a little around the green game? But as far as ball striking, he should just tee to green this course to death. DJ at 10-2, kind of leaned on him at the beginning of the week to win. His tee to green game is ready. He got 4 rounds under his belt, and now he just needs to have not a super hot putting week, but a good putting week, positive. If he can gain 2 to 3 strokes on the field over 4 rounds, he's in the top 5 in contention to win this thing on Sunday. Xander, 9-9, another great play. I'm going to try to get through these guys quickly because, you could pin from 9K or from 9.1 Cam Smith all the way to the top, put them all on a dartboard and just throw three darts out and then put those 3 guys in a lineup and then try to find the other 3. That they're all that good. I think Xander should have won last week. He just missed a few putts and kind of derailed himself on Saturday, finding the water 2 times. Rory, 9.7, he's a little bit more of an unknown. Just another great play that can easily win this. He had a rough go here last year, but I think he's got top 5 inside, or top 5 upside, I should say. And he's definitely in the pool. Victor Hovland let everybody down except me last week because I didn't play him. But he missed the cut, but he's going to be all right. Things happen. Guys miss cuts. He played like shit, made a huge monster mistake and hit it in the water twice on a par 5 and basically shot himself out of the cut line. T5 here in 21. He had that after that poor outing. I think he could bounce back. So you're going to have to take some stands up here. You can only play 2 or 3 of these guys at a time. And for me, I'm going to just spread. I'm going to pick 3 or 4 guys from the 10K tier and the 9K tier and go heavier on them and then sprinkle the others just to have a piece. and maybe one of them hits. That's the only thing I can really think to do right now. Next up is Decky, 9.3. Kind of feels like the odd man out, but he's still getting some ownership. The guy's playing great, and he's pretty good here. I mean, he can go tee to green. It's just, and he, he's not a guy that's going to three putt you to death, but he's just, he's been making some putts. He was walking them in at Wimpo last week. I mean, he looked, making Kevin Na jealous. So if he's the lesser owned guy, I'll look to him. But speaking of lesser owned people, last week's winner, Scotty Scheffler, 9.2. I mean, what's wrong with playing the guy that won last week? He's obviously playing well, right? I mean, I think he could do all right this week. So if he's, 8%, 7%, I'm going to play 3 or 4 lineups with him, maybe some single entries. So I have a problem backing a winner. Cam at 9.1, I was on the fade train, but now I'm kind of definitely swinging back towards him somewhat. He's just so good. He makes so many birdies. And, he just, we saw him at Sony. He wasn't so good. Or coming off the win, he didn't back it up very well. So it's going to be a tough call there, but I'm probably matching the field, I think. And fuck Brooks. Next. Spieth, 8.9, another guy that could do well this week. I'm going to pass. 8.9. They're like, oh, he can make the cut. Well, 8.9, the cut ain't good enough. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. Too many unknowns. Willie Z, coming off COVID, great fit, 15th last year, going to be popular, but so is Scheffler. He's in the pool. Burns, 8.7. Good pivot off Willie Z. 2 missed cuts in a row. Still has all the skills to win this golf tournament. Played really well here last year. This is coming off back-to-back missed cuts. I'm putting him in the pool. Sungjae, I love Sungjae, but I think I'm going to pass on him this week. Not so good course history. Prefer him on Bermuda greens. And but he is good on par 5s, so he should score some. He might be, if he looks good Thursday, I might run him in, or looks like he's scoring a little bit, run him in some showdown, but he won't be in the pool. Another guy that will be in the pool is Bubba. Bubba, 8.5, 3 times a winner. And he either wins or misses a cut, it seems like, but he likes this course. And I think he was lights out last week. I mean, he gained on approach like I've never seen him. And he gains off the tee. I mean, he's perfectly set up to make a run at this. So he's in the pool. Finau, I'm passing on Tony. He should do well here, but something's broken in his game right now, and he has not found it yet. So I'm going to have him show me, and that's okay. Show me Tony. I hope you do bounce back. Adam Scott, 8.2, Ender cursed. You know it by the video last week. I didn't play the guy that was Ender cursed that week, and it didn't burn me. So I'm running it back. No Scott for me this week. I'm going to play Fitzy. I had a little bit of Fitzy, and he almost won me a ticket to the $25 millionaire. I just fell a little short, and I believe it was Saturday Keegan round that ruined me. But Fitzy, very quiet, 10th place last week. And if 5th here last year, the dude can play these long courses. He still gains off the tee, even though he's not long off the tee. Good putter, chipper. He's got the game. I like him. Gooch I actually like too. I know he's going to be super popular, but his recent form is excellent. He's got solid course history, and he did kind of peter out on Sunday. Really bad ball striking round, which is a bit of a concern. So I don't know if that means he's losing form or he just had a bad day. So keep that in mind when you're scheduling him on your pool. And these guys I'm going to double up on. I really like that 8K range, by the way, but you could play anybody and everybody there. But this 7K range, I'm not so hot on until you get down toward the bottom. I just something about Henley and Leishman 7.9. I would lean Leishman. We can do some 1v1s here since they're the same price. I would lean Leishman here. He's got the top 5 upside, in my opinion. Henley, I don't think is a good POA putter. And but they're both recent forms been all right. Now Neiman and Garcia are 7,800. We haven't seen really Sergio much at all lately. I'm definitely not a Sergio guy. I'd play Neiman, but I was leaning on Neiman at first because I think his game fits here, but he struggles around the green and a little bit questionable on the POA putting. I'll probably pass on both those guys, to be honest with you. Next up, Kokrak versus Answer. I'm going to pass on Answer. I liked him last week, and he kind of fell out toward the end of the weekend, but I don't think his game fits here, and he may prove me wrong. Kokrak, however, does seem like he good fit, bombs off the tee, and he can have those spike putting weeks. His only concern is around the green. Dude can't chip for shit. Nah, Casey? Nah. I like Nah a lot here, actually. He doesn't seem like his game would fit, but he's got top 5s here, and his short game is elite. Casey, I haven't seen him play worth his salt that he used to have in a long time. I'm going to have to see something from Casey before I fall in love with him again. I do like Paul Casey as a player and a person, but not this week. Alex Noren and Seamus Power are 7,500, and I don't really have interest in either one of them. We all know the Seamus Power, no power, like my boy Anzo says. But we both agree that long courses like this are not his jam. He's more of a kind of a coastal, short knocking kind of course. Wait till you get out of the West Coast and we get into these shorter courses for him. Hoagie, I'm passing on him as well. Let him prove me wrong. And 7,400, we got Patrick Reed, Thomas Peters, Luke List. It's interesting that I would rank Reed third in this. He's been playing so bad, so awfully bad. I can't do nothing with him. He's got to show me something, but I know he does that. That's what he does. He just comes out and he plays, he performs. But Thomas Peters, he's made for this course. I like him this week, and he'll probably pick up some steam by the Wednesday night, Thursday morning lock time. But he's in the pool. He's 9 strokes putting. Okay, next up is Thigala. I think Satith, crusher off the tee, 7,300. I think I might give him a chance to see what he can do this week. I know he has to be so disappointed about falling short at Wimpo last week, but this seems like another course he'd be all right on. I think I'm going to give him that chance. And this is, I went ahead and switched over to the POA, long-term form POA model there. We're going to get to the next up, Tringali at 7,300. He's got some good course history here, to be honest with you. And he's not 9K. I'm going to play him at 7,300. He's in the pool. Adam Hadwin is another guy you think, oh, he's a short knocker, but he is great on POA and he is super around the green. He's in the pool. I'm going to keep playing him until he fails me. Bobby Mack, Robert McIntyre, is a bomber and a putter. So he's kind of fitting that mold. He's good on POA. I think I might put him in the pool for a low owned guy, I think. Carlos Ortiz, who really upset me last week with his performance on Saturday since I played him in Showdown. He didn't even crack 20 points. And then he comes back Sunday and he shoots, I don't know, 6 under or something with an ace on 16. Ugh. He might be in the pool this week. I've still not completed my research yet, but he looks like he'd fit well here. Another guy in the pool is Sebastian Munoz. Great value, great upside, 6.7K. And he played pretty well last week. He was really good with the ball striking. And when he's got the irons going, he can score. Now we're getting down to the last couple of guys here before I let you go. Patrick Rogers and Wyndham Clark, two guys at 6,500 I like. I like Clark a little more because I think he's been more consistent lately, but they're both good guys that I think can make putts and get you across that cut line. And since, you know, that's an invitational, you're going to have a higher percentage of guys make the cut. And I'm just down here looking for guys with experience over guys without experience. And those two guys are it. And the last guy I wanted to mention who was crap last week was Matt Wallace. And 6,300, but he still shows up in these long course models. And maybe he just, you know, knocking some rust off or whatever last week. So I'm going to give him one more chance. Maybe he won't let me down this time. And I think that'll do it for this week. Billy Ho's channel. Check it out. These videos. So until next time, peace.